Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on La Campanella, it's going to be JyJ and Effort. Very rare Effort game. Top right, it's going to be JyJ, ASL champ. Former ASL champ. I don't think he's doing very well lately, but he's an ASL champ, and you can't take that away from him. He's our green Terran, and the bottom left, it's going to be Effort, who is our red Zerg player. We're on La Campanella. All right. Excellent. Got some Zerg atmospheric music in here. What is great about La Campanella? Let's find out. We've been here before, right? So, look, there's your natural base. Nothing too crazy about that. Although you can have enemies come back here and siege behind your natural mineral line, which is annoying. But to access this, they do have to drop. Right? This is not accessible by ground unless you have drop capabilities. You also have an island base here, which well, actually, yeah. I mean, this is all... No. This is accessible. What a weird map this is. Look at how much weirdness there is going on here. So, like, yeah, you can take a third base here if you want. I mean, it's really just choked in here problematically. But if you start in the center of the map, which is accessible by all, you come down this way, come down here. Can you not walk through here? Is that the trick? Because if you could, you can access this base on ground, but I'm pretty sure you either have to drop or mine through these minerals first. So yeah, this is just part of the series of maps that you like to use minerals to create walls, right? So big 4-player map, got a big old cross in the center here with, we're counting down that way, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1,000. And then 500, 100 on the outside. I don't know what that means exactly. I think somebody told me before, but I forgot. And yeah, so basically, you've got a third base that you can take. And then it's a 4-player map, right? So you don't have to take these weird island bases if you don't want to. Hatch firsting is our guy Effort, by the way. And then our dude JyJ up here, just getting the racks. Probably going to expand, walling off against potential pool first shenanigans here on La Campanella. But that pool is not even halfway done, folks. So we don't have to worry about it at all. Not even the tiniest of bits. Drone on the scout out. Ooh, good snipe. The drone does see the SCV and does see the Marine and says, are we going to try to bunker this? Absolutely, we're going to try to bunker this. Let's go. SCV sets up. Bam. Bunker construction begins. 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Boy, I sure hope this wasn't a pool first play. It sure wasn't. So here come the drones to fight this thing. We didn't bring all of them. We only brought 5. Going to pull the SCV off the line. Another Marine shows up, though, when it gets really dicey all of a sudden. But, I mean, you could probably kill the bunker, but the Marines... Nice micro by Effort. Oh, he gets right on top of the Marines. Kills both of them. Just wants to keep these SCVs away from this bunker as much as they can. And now he's got Lings on the way and says, let's go back to work. We have Lings on the way. They'll be able to shut this bunker down by the time it finishes. But never mind. Let's come back out here, kill another Marine. Dude, there's got to be a hero drone in here with at least, there you go, 1 kill on that guy and 1 kill on that guy. They got to feel pretty proud of themselves, right? Hey, Bob, how was your Friday night? Oh, you know, I just killed a Marine. Killed a Space Marine. Yeah, some Terran faction was trying to, bunker rush us, and I came out there by myself and held it off and killed a Marine, and he went home with his tail between his legs, the coward. They're like, yeah, right. And it's like, check my kill count. And he's like, 1 kill. You did kill a thing. That's rare enough for a drone. But it doesn't say that you killed a Marine. So keep that in mind. Anywho's, anyhows. Got ourselves a second racks coming up back here. Gas is just now being taken. So, I mean, this is not going to be any kind of a rush for a +1 or medics or fire bats or anything at all. This is macro opening from JyJ. Wants a ton of SCVs. Wants to get upgrades eventually. Needs to be able to deal with Mutalisks because there's a 90% chance that's happening. As guess what? Aspire's getting fired up here. So, yeah, absolutely. Academy coming in. 2 racks expand. SCV count is 23. Good economy here for sure. And then what you want to do is you want to move out to the point where the Zerg player feels like he needs to throw down a Sunken and just completely sacrifice a drone for that, right? If you can do that, you're in a pretty good spot. And then if you can get in there, before the Zerg player is quite prepared for your attack, maybe they're saving up resources for mutas, or maybe they are trying to drone up a little bit too hard and they only have 1 sunken instead of, you know, 3 that they need for the attack that's coming in, then you win 2. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways to win in TVZ in kind of this mid-game. It's very tough. It is very tough for Zergs to not overextend, to not overdefend, to not over-macro, just to figure out exactly what the Terran player is up to, when they're going to show up, what they're going to show up with. And it's tough. It is extremely difficult. I mean, watching the SSL Season 1 commentary from Tastosis just really drives the point home that even the best Zerg players in the world just sometimes misread what's happening. The Terran gets one over on them, tricks them, and they die. And I mean, Sulky has made a whole career at this point of, nice mineral walk, of tricking Terran players himself. So Sulky's trying to make a big deal out of this. He's trying to win his 3rd straight SSL/ASL. It's the same tournament. What is this? How do these lings get over here and get it through this wall? Dude, okay, this Zergling has... All right, well, he's going to get a scout now, but guess what? There are no sunkens. There's a sunken coming in at the front, but this does not seem like it's enough, but the mutas are here, and they're going to be able to thin this group out just barely enough to hold it off, but my gosh, some drones are going to die, and that's not going to look good. Not going to look good for our guy. Oh, our guy Effort here. Okay. Yeah, 1 drone down. 2 drones down. But I mean, a lot of medics and a lot of Marines and a couple medics go down. I mean, 17 workers is not great. The Ling Scout into your main base was also fantastic. And then you can delay your turrets because the mutas were needed on base defense for so long. Oh, this is so good from JyJ. I don't know that Effort is in a lot of trouble here. He lost some drones for sure. But he doesn't need a ton of drones at this stage of the game anyway. So we're just going to +1 attacks coming in for these mutas. It's not here yet. But we're probably going to be investing a lot into Los Mutales at this stage of the game. That Rack's going down would be a big-time problem. That's why it is lifted and it's running, right? We need to get it covered by a turret or maybe 2 turrets because this mutaflock is mean. And it does manage to get out of there. That's going to be some resources spent on repairing that Rax, quite possibly. 3rd base at the place we predicted it would be. It's really the only logical place for a 3rd base anywhere near home for the Zerg. Could have expanded up to the top left, right? And then we could have the argument of, do you want to expand to the high ground? Or do you want to expand to the low ground of that spawn location? And it really is map dependent, kind of strategy dependent too. There's no one right way to do it. That's what a lot of StarCraft is, dude. Those turrets are not standing up very well against this Muta pack. Effort is one of the best Muta stackers in the world, man. He's up there with Jaedong. He's up there with Sulky. If there are some things that Effort can do well, this is one of them for sure. 5 more Mutas in production. That +1 flyer will finish at some point. Oh yeah, gonna snap a ComSat station. Snipe a ComSat station, maybe. Maybe if that's what you're into, but denies all mining at the natural base for a good amount of time here. That is not good for JyJ. And look, 23 workers for the Zerg, more mutas being pumped all the time. That +1 still has not arrived because it takes forever. But it's really good. All right, so +1 is finished. We're getting extra damage every bounce of that glaive worm, folks. These mutas cannot be happier, and the Marines cannot be less happy. Look, now we're like more willing to go after turrets with this group. Still can't 2-volley down a turret, which is where you want to be with a flock of Mutalisks. Armory's coming in a starport. I wonder if we're going to see some Valkyries in response here from JyJ. You think he'd want some Valkyries in the situation? Oh, it comes on up. He sees the starport. Does he see? He sees the armory in production here too. I think he got that armory. He's got to know. He has to know that's what's coming in here. Yeah, this is some absolute peak Muta harassment. I don't think he's overextending. He's droning up as well behind this. And I really want to know if he sees that armory or not. That's a control tower, folks. But, okay. But JyJ just being utterly unable to mine from his natural base for like 3 minutes now is extremely toxic and damaging to his prospects of winning this game. Is he putting all of his eggs into the Valkyrie basket? He's like, all right, you're overcommitting on mutas now. When my Valkyrie shows up, you'll be sorry. I mean, come on. It's a 3-basing Zerg versus effectively a 1-basing Terran. Look at that. They're getting hits off on the starport. They can 2-volley down turrets now. What did I say? There's the 2-volley, 1-volley, 2-volley. No turrets left inside the main base. Makes our Terran player a sad boy. There are more mutas coming across all the time, rallied in. That first Valkyrie is going to finish any second now, and I think that might explain why effort is falling back. He recognizes the threat that is the Valk. I love the command center coming back, and he's like, we can start mining again because the Valkyrie is here. And the Valkyrie is here. There's a second Valkyrie being produced. Let's see. Oh, what is this drone? Oh, bad rally on a drone. That is one of the most annoying things for Zerg and Brood War, is that your workers and your units are on, like, attacking units are on the same rally. Oh, don't bring your SCVs in now. JyJ, buddy. Buckaroo. Don't be doing that. All right, well, and then we're just going to fight this Valk. If the Valkyrie's not going to micro, we'll fight you. It's fine. We got a couple Scourge here, too. Yeah, but it is 69 to 52 overall supply. The army value for JyJ is immense. He's coming across the map right now, in fact. Overlord sees this Marine push. More Sunkens being added in. Are there enough? Man, I saw some games in SSL Season 2 that made me feel like sometimes even if you have 5 or 6 Sunkens, it's not enough against Marine medic balls, man. The damage output is insane. Okay, so the mutas are like, hey, we'll fight you. We got Scourge. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Mutas, they don't want to go back home and defend. Not against +1 Marines. Never. Oh, but free medic is free as can be. Oh, that hurts. Hurts a lot. All right. Dude, this natural has been a house of horrors for JyJ today. He has lost so many SCVs at this nat. It's very appropriate for October, for Halloween month. I am posting this in October of 2024 in case you're watching this, I don't know, like 5 years later or something, but dude, this third base has no Sunkens at it. What? JyJ just wanders over and kills it. Dude, what the heck, effort? Why would you not invest anything in saving this base? All right, well, JyJ is okay now. He just killed like 7 drones, sniped the hatch easily. These Marines probably aren't making it out if you're alive, but you know, they did what they had to do. They fulfilled the mission. They're all extremely murked. And they're kind of, oh, jump on the lurkers. They got one. Oh my gosh, 3 more lurkers. Ooh, one died. Okay, the lurkers are dying. JyJ, some really nice lurker micro here. Diving on those suckers whenever they are above ground is key. And suddenly efforts on 2 bases. This game is crazy. Okay. Busted on in, and every lurker is dead. Great, but there are enough mutas with the +1 attack just to kill everyone, so... You know, at least you took care of the lurkers. That's a major, major win. Those are not cheap. Defiler Mount is coming in off of 2 bases. Again, not intentionally off of 2 bases. He was on 3, but then he lost it because he had no defenses on it whatsoever. He knew JyJ was on the map, and he just failed. I think he was hoping to get some lurkers out here, like crossing his fingers and hoping that there would be lurkers available here before JyJ found it. And he just gambled and he lost. I mean, that's the nature of StarCraft. Sometimes that's how you do. Oh, not great control there by effort. Oh, but then he lets... Yeah, you can't just stand there, Valkyries. Yeah, okay, maybe don't sit in melee range with the mutas. What is... Some really bad Valkyrie micro on display here from JyJ. Who else did this earlier on my channel this month? Someone else in a TVZ made Valks and then just like sat there on top of the Marines and said this will work, and then it totally didn't. I can't remember who it was, but man, you guys probably remember that moment along with me because it was a very much a WTF moment. What are we doing here, Terrans? It's a slow attack, but there's a lot of them, so it's fine. Radiate's coming in, consumes on the way. Hey, we did manage to take this base. He must have drops then. He must have researched ventral stacks. All right. All right, there you go. That's the Valkyrie micro and dodging Scourge too like an absolute pro. This is what we're here for, Terran players. Okay, JyJ has lost something like 30 workers today. Nope, that's another dead Valkyrie thanks to Scourge. Ah, there was some good macro. I mean micro. There's good macro going on too. Scans in, sees a new third base. Says, Says, do I want to make drop ships or do I want to make science vessels? This is a choice that I need to decide right now. And for now, it's going to be, ooh, we are doing the spider mine tricky thing. We are doing the science vessel thing. We are getting a +2 attack for our Marines as well. The +1 infantry armor is done. Mutas with the +1. Probably not going to get any other upgrades here today. Attacking those eggs with the sunken is pretty fun. So the lurkers have no upgrades. The mutas have a +1 attack and nothing else. Just really going upgrade light today, huh? Effort. I guess losing your third base is pretty problematic in that way, right? You lose your third and you're like, well, I can't afford to get upgrades anymore. He's getting another Carapace upgrade. That's the most economical upgrade, right? Because it benefits the lurkers, the hydras, the lings, the ultras, the defilers, like a ton of ground units. Whereas getting a +1 melee doesn't benefit the lurkers or the hydras, and getting a +1 missile doesn't benefit the lings or the ultras, right? So Carapace is the one armor upgrade for all ground units, which is nice. And here we go. Look. High ground harass of an expansion. That's kind of the name of the game on this map a little bit. There are some issues with that, right? So, can't get his third gas up. So I know I've been talking about this game like effort's favored, but look, JyJ is capable of winning an ASL, and he did it. And effort hasn't won anything that big in a long time. So, I mean, yeah, it's a weird situation we're in with these two players where I feel like effort is favored. Here, let me look up effort's Liquipedia page. Ooh, we did get some drops. Okay, lurkers do not unload on top of these lurkers. Okay, we're going to unload on top of these lurkers, I guess. Yep, you killed maybe, okay, one of the lurkers died, but no. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the problem with dropping is, and then Scourge wipe out your dropships. Okay, well, I mean, if effort wants to get back in this game, one of the ways to do it is wiping out drops effortlessly and losing nothing. And I mean, effortlessly, ha 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 ha. Right? Dad jokes galore. Yeah, effort really active during the Kespa era. Obviously, that's how long he's been around. An absolute monster of a guy. He won ASL Season 6 in 2018. So, I mean, that's not even that long ago. Right? Yeah. I mean, he won SSL Classic Season 1 back in 2017. He won the BlizzCon Invitational in 2009. So, I mean, yeah. He's a monster. Effort's a monster. I guess that's why I would feel like he is favored in this matchup against JyJ, who I love a lot. And he did have that one great run, but since then we just haven't seen a ton from him. Good irradiate on that Defiler, though. So it's a 3-basing Terran versus a 3-basing Zerg. 'Tis the nature of the beast. The Dark Swarm does not protect your Extractor against Marine attacks, but it protects the Lurkers against Marine attacks, and that's kind of what's more important here. This group just hanging out. Not sure what they're all about here necessarily either. Okay, Ling Hydra busting out here. They've got the do they not have speed? Are we not going to give these Lings a metabolic boost effort today? Are we not going to do that? Because I'd prefer if we did. Oh, no. We're just making Hydras. We're not making Lings, Falcon. It's fine. It's fine if they don't have upgrades. I assume they'd have Adrenal, but if you're not going to give them metabolic boost, then why give them Adrenal, right? Slow Lings with Adrenal? Nice Plague. Now that, I don't think I've ever seen. But it would be very funny. Hydras are like, we'll fight you once you've been plagued. We don't want to fight you when you have full HP, though, because we're not very good at that. But yeah, if you've been plagued a lot, we'll sit back and spit acid at you and watch you explode after one hit. Yeah, another great plague. Actually, probably the same one from before. It does last a minute, doesn't it? Metasynaptic node coming in. The Terran's working on more ComSat to help deal with these lurkers that have been a problem. Effort? Oh, dude, you can't just send a drone down and be like, we got this. JyJ's on top of it, man. On top of it. Science vessels. Any of them previously plagued? Oh, doesn't matter. One dies anyway. Look at JyJ utilizing this Dark Swarm against these Hydras a little bit, too. Firebat in here attacking a Lurker Egg. Hilarious stuff. I love Firebat versus Lurker Egg. That's been irradiated. Very fun, too. Dude, okay, another huge plague, but you don't have Lings to run in here. Finally, the man's getting metabolic boost that he's making a pair of Zerglings, 2 pairs of Lings, which, layman's terms, is 4 Zerglings for some reason. But, yeah, man, Effort's been on his back foot for a minute here. He's trying to fight Marines with 2-1 upgrades. Ooh, good snipe on those Science Vessels, though. There are plagued ones in this group. You know that there are. How is that one alive? It's not. That's how. That is how. Oh, and then he can't expand. Okay, JyJ is winning this game. If Effort can't get a 4th base, and JyJ sitting on 3, working on his +3 attack for his Marines, that is a winning equation right now. 10 sets of Lings in production from Effort. He's like, okay, we're going to go Dark Swarm and stuff against these Marines. Guess what's better in that situation? Well, the Lings for sure. Because they're melee. Obviously. Did he already get Adrenal? Do you think he got Adrenal and forgot he hadn't gotten Metabolic Boost? Oh my gosh. This drone. I don't know if you want to try to take the hatch. This area is controlled by JyJ, but he's abandoning it. He's leaving. He's falling back. He's trying to maybe stay far enough away that a plague's not going to murder him. Bit of a pre-split there. Nice concave. You're going to catch a plague. Oh, no, you're going to catch a Dark Swarm instead. Now you're going to catch a plague. There it goes. There it is. Defiler makes it away, wiggling after his crimes. And finally, 4th base getting started. No guarantee that's going to finish for Effort, no doubt. But continuing to cruise on up here, we've got the Hydras. We've got, well, we're adding siege tanks to the mix to deal with these Hydras. It's the smart play for sure. Unless your Lings jump on top of the tanks and kill them immediately. Dude, what the heck? Okay, those tanks were not supported by anything. D-Matrix supporting that Marine, though. And he's still retreating from this position. 105 to 87 supply. Both players have 37 workers. JyJ's production, he's got more dudes coming. More Science Vessels. More Irradiates available. Right? This is what we want here. But honestly, more tanks than anything else. Like, the Science Vessel's getting too close to the sun. This is the thing about SK Terrans, is they're used to being fairly careless about sending their Science Vessels out. You gotta watch out for Scourge. And if you've been played, you gotta watch out for a Mutalisk. But when there are Hydras as a big part of the composition for the Zerg, you just gotta be consistently careful here. Otherwise, you just get shot down out of the sky, even without a plague being involved at all. God, amazing plague there. Everybody dies, including that Science Vessel. This is insane. All right, tanks. Do you have any upgrades, tanks? No. We do not. That's okay, though. Okay, hide inside your Dark Swarm all you want. Siege Tank Splash is still effective in there. Oh, another Dark Swarm. Problematically swinging on up. D-Matrix on a Siege Tank. Oh, boy. And Siege Tank lives. He's got 15 hit points. He's firing away on this low-ground island base that our dude has taken. Actually, if you mine through here, that becomes accessible over ground, right? Yes, it does. Huge concave on these Hydras, just outnumbering these Marines, and then just flying. Okay, who needs Plague? Who needs Scourge? The Hydras are crushing the Science Vessel count like crazy. I love this little group of 3 Butas that's been around here for the last 10 minutes, just trying to like pick off individual Marines and like little SCVs they can find and stuff. It's very fun. Okay, so Effort's 4th base powered up. He's finally getting his 4th gas. JyJ's 4th base is sort of working. Not really, no. The 3 Butas with 6 kills, 7 kills, and 8 kills each. That's crazy effectiveness from a Mutalisk, by the way. Okay, JyJ is sending these SCVs into the slaughter. There's your +1 Mutalisk, sir. Show them some respect. Okay, we sent 4 Marines to deal with these mutas. Is that probably enough? Yeah, turns out it was enough. Well, those are hero mutas for sure. Uh-oh. Effort coming in again. It's like, how do we access that base? Drops or something? I guess drops would be good. JyJ maybe have learned his lesson about engaging directly. Okay, not inside the Dark Swarm, though, but a nice flank attack. Yeah, of Adrenalings. He did. I think he got Adrenal before he got Metabolic Boost, but oh my gosh, he's not even trying to run at this point. He is just losing everything. Effort is crushing this game right now. Oh, he's going to find that snipes, that science vessel from 8 years away. GG! Effort gets the win with the Hydra meta. I mean, come on. Absolutely fantastic TVZ there. Thanks for sending it in, RJB. That was a great replay, but my goodness, what a great win there from Effort. He was on 2 bases to 3 bases for like 10 minutes, and he still came out with a win. Just because Plague Marines cannot stand up against Hydralisks, even without Dark Swarm. I think that is the lesson here today. And yeah, so don't send your science vessels into a herd of Hydralisks with +2 attack and range, because even if they're not plagued, even without Scourge, you're going to take it down. Wow. So excellent work there, Effort. Very, very few replays of Effort floating around recently, but this is one against JyJ, and he showed why. That Mutalisk harass was so good. Just turning JyJ into a one-basing Terran for like 5 or 6 minutes. Without that, I feel like JyJ would win, but that was so much economic damage. And so much economic damage here as well. Just fighting and scratching and clawing, and this is Brood War at its best, you guys. So good. Hit that like button. We've got ourselves 153,000 points, 137,000 points here in 25 minutes. Out producing the Terran player and out killing the Terran player was Effort today. Structures raised 12 to 6, twice as many for the Zerg player, and out mining and out spending the Terran player here today by, let's do some quick maths, 6, like less than 6, 5,000 something resources in 25 minutes. Not quite enough. I would not consider that quite enough, but a fantastic showing regardless. Getting the win. And again, when you're SK Terraning, guess what? Those science vessels are your key. If you keep the science vessels alive, you're going to have a good time. I know everybody says this. But it's important, Terrans. You got to do it. I know there's 100 things you got to do, but that's one of them. So, GG. That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of what? StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.